Hey, what's up, friends? It's Moses. I hope and pray that you guys are doing well. We are just going to continue with our series to do with backing up a tractor trailer. To begin with, I just want to encourage those of you that are interested in joining JB Hunt, whether you are an owner operator that is looking for a company to run under, or you are an experienced driver, or you are just out of CDL school. As I've been telling you nowadays, JB Hunt has started a training program again for those of you that are just new to trucking. So whether you have no experience or you have experience or you are now an owner operator, if you want to be part of JB Hunt, send me your name, your phone number, and your zip code, or you can go to driversuccess.com, fill out a short form. It will come to me with your information. I will ask somebody to give you a call and let you know what's available in your area. Now, I know some of you choose to go directly through JB Hunt's website or call them directly. If you do that, I just ask that you remember to let them know that Moses referred me, and they will need my alpha code, which is KANM8. So when you go through the website or you call them directly, the first time you talk to somebody, let them know that I referred you by giving them my name, which is Moses, my alpha code KANM8, and I would appreciate if you can maybe shoot me an email and let me know that you spoke to somebody. If you can get their name, that would be good. That way I can be able to follow up and make sure that if you get hired on, I get a referral bonus. Other than that, let's go right into the video. Okay, so right now I just want to give you an idea or an understanding of what I was trying to accomplish in the video that you are going to watch after this demonstration. So what I was trying to show you is sometimes the setup, different customers will have different, like their facilities will be different. Some customers may not have as much space as other customers have. So I just want to give us different scenarios and different things of what you can do when you are at a customer's place. So in the video that you're gonna watch, I was just, kind of pretending that I didn't have a lot of space with me. So the video before this one, we said that we saw that when I was coming in, we came in like this, and then like the usual, we went that side, and then after our tractor was facing that side, then we went like that side, right? And so we ended up in a position kind of like that because we know that we had a lot of space. And so that was the setup we made. So in this video that you're gonna watch, I was trying to give another scenario. What if we didn't have enough space? What would we do? And so when I came in, as you're gonna see, I came in and I set up my truck in such a way that, because I was assuming we didn't have a lot of space this side, so I set it up in such a way that when I came this, you will see the space that we are gonna back into, and then I came all the way and I set it up something like that, kind of like that, right? Because we didn't have all this space to play around with, like coming like this and then like this. I was assuming we didn't have a lot of space. So I set it up in such a way. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Let me see. Yeah, I think you can see. I set it up in such a way that I was at an angle like that. Now, of course, like when you are watching the videos, sometimes they don't really give you a good perspective of the space I'm trying to deal with. But hopefully this will give you the idea. So I was like at an angle like this. I didn't do the setup that we usually do. So I came in like this. Now, you will see in the video that when I started to back up, I backed up trying to get these wheels right here to come to the line that was here. There is a container right here and there's a line here. So I wanted these wheels to come in at this angle and get to this line and go like this. That is the objective that I had, right? And so you will see that when I tried to back up, I came and then I realized, when I looked at it, I realized I was getting so close to this. In other words, me making this, jackknifing it in here was going to be so close right here. So you're going to see me come in and then get somewhere, and I realize, probably I'm going to be so close. So when you see me pulling up, My intention or my purpose of pulling up was to kind of open up this space. Now remember, when you are coming in at this angle, you want to come in as close as possible to this space, because if you have a trailer here, you want to come in as close as possible here, because when you get somewhere like that, you are going to turn all the way this side so that this trailer can start jackknifing in like this, right? But as you do that, you have to be mindful of what kind of space you leave here, because as you jackknife, this trailer is going to first kind of close this gap, but as it closes that gap, it will open up slowly like that. So most drivers, again, I think I'll do another video again about this, because most drivers get confused with that. You have to leave a certain, again, it will come with experience, but you have to leave a certain amount of space here, but you don't want to leave a lot of space, because if you leave a lot of space, then you are going to hit the container here. If there is something here, you will hit it if you leave a lot of space here. So you have to leave little space, but when you get to a certain point, you are going to have to jackknife that trailer in there. When it starts to turn, it will look as if it's this space you're going to hit, but it will open up later on like that, right? So again, as I said, I'll make another video about that. But I just wanted to let you know that when I pulled up, my intention was to open the gap here, because when I was coming in the first time, I realized maybe that gap is small. So I pulled up with an intention to open this gap here. So I went underneath it to try and open up the gap here, and then I jackknifed it in. So when you have tight spaces, remember about getting back underneath. You have to think of how do you have enough space here for your tractor to be able to get back underneath it, because I've seen drivers that come in and they close all the space here, and so when they try to get back underneath the trailer, they're out of space here, they can't, or they end up forgetting and hitting something. So in this scenario, we are going to come in like this, and then when we have enough space here, we are going to jackknife in this trailer and go right in, and of course start getting back underneath the trailer. So hopefully this explanation will be able to help you understand what I was doing in the video. Okay, so obviously we do have enough space to back up here, because this place is too big. But I want to try and come in at an angle as if we don't have enough space. So this right here, 2056, is the spot I'm going to be backing in. There is no trailer here, but I'm going to try and pretend that there's a trailer here. So what I want to do is I'm going to set this thing up as if I don't have all this space, just to give you an idea of what you can do in different situations. Okay, so if you look at the way I'm set up, you can see that I'm pretending that we don't have enough space. So right here, this is the way I'm set up. I'm almost straight, and the spot I'm backing into is that one right there, close to this trailer, this space right here. So to give you an idea of how I'm backed in, this is what I'm gonna do it. To give you an idea of how I'm set up like that. I don't know if you'll get the idea, but I'm set up in such a way that I want this part of my trailer to come as close as possible to this line right here, the line where I'm going to back up. So that's how I'm set up, pretending that I don't have as much space, right? So how do we do that? Again, here is the view from this side. As you can see, we haven't made the usual, like where you come in and go that side and then turn. We are just at a certain angle. Okay, so I don't know how this is gonna turn out, but the idea for me to put this camera here is because I want you to see how these tires, I'm aiming at these tires to go as close as possible to that line right there. So let's see if this will work out, but just look at the tires and see how I'm trying to get them on the line closest to where I'm backing into. Okay, so let's see how this is gonna work out. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. At this time, we know that we want the trailer to come this side, right? So I'm gonna turn all the way this side so that I can, it's almost like I'm jackknifing my trailer in there. So I look outside the window. As you can see, I've turned all the way, and I'm not doing anything to my steering wheel. I'm just letting my my trailer respond. And as when I get to that point, I know I will need to get underneath it. So at this point, I start to go back underneath the trailer. And I give it time. You see, I'm not doing anything. I just turned and I'm now giving it time to respond. And so I turn a little to get underneath and I give it time to respond. I turn a little more and I give it time to respond. Okay, so at this point, I pull up because I see I'm off. I pull up just a little bit. You see how I'm pulling up? And right now, I continue to get underneath it, right? So I turn, because I want to get underneath it, I turn this side. And then I go. Now, when I get there, I want to jackknife it in this side. So I turn this side and I let it go. I'm not doing anything to my steering wheel. Now I want to get underneath it, but I'm not doing anything yet. But I'm looking at my trailer because I now will want to get underneath it, but I'm not yet getting underneath it, right? So I just let it go. I'm not doing anything to the steering wheel. You see how it's turning without me doing it? But at this point, I want to get underneath it, so I have to turn all the way. All the way. Now look at what's happening. You see? I've turned all the way. You see how it's rotating? You see how it's rotating? At this point, because I want to get underneath the trailer, I'm going to pull up a little. Okay? But I pull up in such a way that I'm pulling out to get underneath the trailer. So I go like that. You see what's happening to my trailer? It's kind of going back, but I'm just trying to get underneath it. Then, again, remember here the point is to get underneath it. So I roll this side to get underneath it. Okay, so I've rolled all the way because I want to be underneath that trailer. Right now I'm doing nothing to my steering wheel. I'm just letting my trailer go. I'm letting my trailer go. I'm letting my trailer go. I'm not doing anything to the steering wheel because I want to get underneath the trailer. I'm not doing anything to my steering wheel. I want to get underneath the trailer. I'm not doing anything to my steering wheel, you see, because I want to get underneath the trailer. So at this point, I know I am straight. But because I haven't been doing anything to my steering wheel, now I need to make sure that I straighten up so that my tires are straight. Because if you look at my tires, they are not straight. But if you look at where I am in the mirror, I know I need to make them straight. So I start to straighten up my tires so that I am totally underneath it. Now, if you look that side, you see how much space I have that side? Because remember, we are saying, I don't know if you guys can see, but if you look at that mirror, hopefully you guys can see what I'm talking about. I have enough space because I said I wanted to make sure I get as close as possible to this side so that I am not close to any trailer that side. So I just continue going. Straight. 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 And I'm done.